it from your pocket. You grope in the dark trying to find it. Where is it? The floor is empty. No. Wait. You feel something hard, but it's moving. What is it? Why are there so many cockroaches? The whole floor is covered with scurrying cockroaches.
5. Refugee and hermit.
After 7 weeks, 49 days, the magic pill is ready. Just swallow 3 of them. To become invisible, turn to the left. To reappear, turn to the right. Turn left. Turn right. Turn left. Turn
Hey!
left.
What are you doing?
I'm practicing the art of invisibility.
You are Grandmaster.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
You're a Grandmaster.
You're wrong.
I'm not. You're definitely a Grandmaster.
There's no such thing. Grandmaster is just a name foolish people use to make trouble for themselves.
Yes! Yes! Only a true Grandmaster could speak such deep wisdom.
Wait, we're surrounded by steep cliffs. How did you get here?
I don't know. I walked and walked. I don't know how many twisting mountain roads and dangerous deep waters I crossed to get here.
It's not easy to walk here.
It was nothing. I'm escaping.
What for?
For everything I like, I love, I'm fond of, I'd miss. Also for everything that saddens me, hurts me, abandons me. I had to escape because of things I knew well and because I lost that familiarity.
Do you have to be so negative?
If I could be positive, I wouldn't choose to escape.
I think escape has chosen you.
You're right. I have no choice but to keep escaping. Everything's moving. Everything's stopping.
Stopping.
I've been searching with all my heart for a superior being.
Superior being.
Finally, I found one.
Really? Who?
You, Grandmaster!
Stop calling me that. Why are you really here?
I have a prescription, but it's incomplete. No one's heard of it, and no one knows what's missing.
Let me see. Smell. Sweet, ordinary, non-poisonous. Use to cure incontinence, dysentery, hemorrhoids, bloody nose, bloody pee, bloody vomit, shock, palpitations, epilepsy, dizziness, uneasiness, insomnia, amnesia, wet dreams, premature ejaculation, scrotum rash, vaginal discharge, uterine bleeding, wet ulcers, ulcers that won't heal.
You see? It's very clear about what it cures. Nothing left out.
Ingredients: oyster, tortoiseshell, white grass, milkweed, mountain yam,
Five-spice
fruits mixed together, then add the most vital component. There's something else. I can't quite see. Only half of it's left. It looks like bone something. Bone something. Bone.
That's the bit that's missing, the most important part.
Instructions. Divide into equal parts. Mix powder with honey to form pills, roughly the size of a phoenix tree seed, and coat with vermilion. Take 30 pills at a time on an empty stomach. Wash down with wine. Do this 3 times a day for 10 days without a break.
Everything else is clear.
Just that one word.
No one can tell me what it is.
How did you find this prescription?
By accident. I picked it up.
No one's heard of it.
No one.
Maybe you don't really need it.
Grandmaster, solve the mystery for me.
I can't help you. Please continue your escape.
No, Grandmaster, let me stay with you.
There's nothing to keep you here.
Maybe tomorrow or the day after you'll realize what the missing word is. Maybe in a few minutes you'll have a revelation.
You must accept the way things are. Don't be so stubborn.
I'm not stubborn. I'm hopeful. As I escaped, I lost everything. Now I have nothing. Only you, Grandmaster. I can see hope in you. I can see what I'm escaping to, where I need to go.
forgotten why you need to escape. Utterly forgotten.
The refugee kills the hermit, then lovingly strokes the corpse and kisses it, energetically caressing the hermit's entire body.
Seawater holds you up so you know you won't sink. In fact, the movement is making you feel wave after wave of happiness. You close your eyes. The warm water gently explores every inch of skin, a world where human hands or even lips could never bring you. You enjoy it, intoxicated, forgetting all sadness and happiness, forgetting good or sinful people. You only care about now and the bottomless pleasure the ocean brings you. There is nothing else except the sea. You don't know how you got here. The middle of endless ocean, no island or beach nearby. Even the sky blends into the sea, a sheet of gray. How long have you been floating here, all by yourself in the middle of the sea? Time isn't important. Even the sun has been forgotten, and now there's no difference between day and night. You swim forward, energetically moving your arms and legs. You'd like to go faster, but instead seem to be slowing down. The water is no longer clear. It's thickening, and soon it's hard to move at all. This isn't the sea. It's a dark and bottomless hole. Now even your breathing is rough. Your whole body lacks energy. All the feelings of enjoyment from a minute ago are gone. You feel that death is waiting not very far in front, smiling directly at you. She lies naked on the bed, not cold at all, holding a cigarette and blowing smoke into your face. She is smiling, a very satisfied smile. You are completely naked too, lying beside her, but you're so tired, practically paralyzed, unsatisfied. You hate it when she smiles at you like this. You turn away to avoid the smile and smoke, but she won't let you go. No, she pulls your face back and asks, "Do you love me?" You don't answer, but she keeps on. "Do you love me? Do you love me?" How can you think of the answer to that when you're so exhausted? But her eyes force you to say something. Not only those smiling eyes, but also her nipples, a pair of greedy eyes, and her belly button, and below, a filthy pair of eyes. You'd like to dig them all out to stop her from seeing anything. A school of fish, shimmery gold, swim past your body. You recognize one, its body long and thin like a baton. When you were in primary school, your mother brought you to the aquarium. You have a distinct memory of asking your mother, "How come those fish can swim so fast without moving their bodies?" Mother laughed and said, "Because they're in the water, of course." That didn't satisfy you, because your pet tortoise at home swam very slowly, and it was in the water too. But you didn't say anything, because you thought your mother must have her reasons for believing in this theory. You've always liked the way fish swim. They seem so happy. You reach out to catch one, but they all quickly dart away in different directions. An instant later, there is no trace of them. You think about the vast ocean and its many mysteries. You'll have to find out these things for yourself. Your mother won't tell you the answers. The first time you place your lips gently on hers, you discover all kinds of raging ocean waves inside, waiting to trap you. There's no escape. After a long time, you not only find wave after wave of water arriving in your mouth, her whole body is also wet from the sea. You feel sensually steeped in the sea, sometimes floating, sometimes sinking. You like to call for help, but can't bear to resist the force of the sea. You struggle, but keep sinking deeper and deeper, and gradually you surrender. Let the ocean swallow you. Let your life disappear. Diving through the ocean, you can see the whole world clearly. Different species of fish, all different sizes, swim alongside you through seaweed and coral reefs. Such a lot of activity, such movement, but all in total silence. Not a single sound. The fish are ignoring you, concerned only about swimming in their school. This world is so quiet. You're so lonely. You swim faster, trying to keep up with the school, or even catch up with just one fish, but whenever you come close to them, they change direction and vanish. Finally, you notice a fish close behind you, following you. Strange. You turn around to get a closer look. This fish, it has your mother's face. Many fish swim by your side, back and forth. They all have your mother's face. So many faces, all expressionless, no joy, no sadness, no worry, nothing. They surround you, rubbing you with their slippery, scaly bodies. You don't know what to do, so you watch them. More and more come towards you until every surface of your body is covered with fish, and none of your skin is visible. They begin to suck at your flesh, which is pleasurable. You know you'll have to pay for this pleasure, of course. If they go on like this, before too long, all that will be left of you is a set of white bones. You don't care. You just want to enjoy the sensation. The thought of death arises under different circumstances. As you writhe on top of her, using all your strength and spirit in your movements, she shouts, "Don't stop! Don't stop!" You're scared because you can't stop. Her sharp fingernails dig into the muscles of your shoulder blades, and now they control your rhythm. You don't know when she'll stop screaming. She seems prepared to go on for the long time. Maybe forever. Maybe she'll never stop. You experience the loss of life. You're at the end, but you have to keep walking. Where will you go? How much further? Don't stop! Don't stop! You won't stop because you can't. Writhing, writhing, a set of white bones. The joints of your skeleton begin to loosen. Your whole body falls apart, drifting in the sea. The fish have eaten all your skin, all your flesh. Now each fish holds one of your bones in its mouth, and they swim happily off in different directions. The warm embrace of the sea exists only in your memory, but soon even memory has disappeared.
7. Refugee and grave robber.
Fujian Province, Nan'an City, 1964. Deceased male, Chen Jingshui. Deceased female, Zhang Lianhao. Fujian Province, Jinmen City, 27th year of the Republic. Deceased male, Cai Maofa. Deceased female, surname Wu, first name unknown. Fujian Province, Tong'an City, Xinzhou year of Emperor Guangxu. Deceased male, Yang Dewen, unmarried. How long have these people been lying here? This one's been here more than 100 years. How quiet it is. Although they can't hear anything, doesn't matter whether it's quiet or not. What's inside? Is anything left? Maybe there'll be a few bones in this one that refuse to decompose. This one seems empty, if he hasn't been too stubborn. What a calming place. Not even the sound of insects. Maybe the insects here don't make any noise because they're too busy gnawing at the leftover flesh of these white bones. Tombstone after tombstone, grave after grave. How many people lie here? How many bones remain?
Who are you?
I'm a refugee. Who are you?
I'm a grave robber.
You've come to the wrong place. People here don't get buried with any valuables.
I'm not here for money.
Then what for? What else could you find here? Soil? If you're lucky, maybe a few bones that haven't decomposed yet.
That is exactly what I'm after.
What do you want bones for?
Why so scared? You also want bones, am I right?
I asked you first.
I like collecting different types of bones.
I've never heard of such a hobby.
It's not a hobby, it's an art. In my collection, every bone has a name, and its origin is clear. The year is beyond dispute.
So what?
I carefully collect a lot of materials to investigate the history of each bone. Abundant, glorious, lowly, or illustrious, each piece has its own character. A life that's different to all the others.
You're not just a grave robber, you're also a spy.
People spend their whole lives doing things. Don't you think they'd like these things to be seen and remembered?
Not everything.
Nothing can remain hidden forever. For example, right now you have some ulterior motives. Yes.
What do you know about that?
Oyster, tortoise shell, white grass, yew,
Yew?
milkweed, mountain yam, 5-spice fruit, divide into equal parts, coat with vermilion 3 times a day, washed down with wine, and the most vital component is
What?
something wrong.
Say it! Quickly!
Relax.
We'll exchange.
What kind of exchange?
I'll give you my bones if you give me the prescription.
I don't want your bones. Who knows where they come from?
I can't tell you the name of the year or where they come from, but I do know some of the history.
Depends what kind of history.
This is the bone of a refugee. The owner of this bone tried to escape along with a lover because they loved each other and because other people couldn't accept their love. But how could anyone stop them? They thought their love was so grand, but actually they were destined to play 2 unimportant roles.
What kind of tragic love story is that? Not sad or beautiful enough.
This is funny. A scavenger who also likes picking up other people's abandoned stories. A person who's seen it all, every human experience, but in the end, can't escape from the mundane world.
So depressing. Why are all your stories tragedies?
Oh, only tragedies can move people. They stir your heart, they carve themselves into your bones.
Next.
This is an extraordinary individual, a grand master who lived alone deep in the mountains, full of learning, steeped in books of poetry and the teachings of Confucius. But when the attitudes of the world changed, he hid himself away from civilization. He thought he was so noble, a dragon amongst men, but actually, he was lying to himself. Not a dragon, just a little girl.
Will you give me all 3 bones?
If you tell me the prescription.
All right.
The refugee gives the bones to the grave robber, who immediately turns and runs away. But the refugee catches up and kills the grave robber, then gently caresses and kisses the corpse, removing all its clothes.
I like collecting bones. But when these people's lives are over, before they become bones, I also like hugging them, touching their cold skin, kissing them from head to toe, every inch. My warm body presses against them, making them seem to live again. I want them to know that life is eternal. Even if their breath has stopped, their hearts have stopped, they aren't dead. They continue to live as long as the heat from my body transfers to their cold corpses. Let me hold you, kiss you, just as I kissed my mother when I was young. What a long time ago. But it will always be clear in my heart. My mother's face, even though it's stiff, unsmiling, it looks warm and soft.
The narrator rapes the corpse, then calms down and strokes it tenderly.
Lie there quietly forever. Whether you're by my side or 6 feet under, I know you'll never leave me, just as I'll never leave you. I'll erect a grand tombstone for you, so you can enjoy eternal peace and calm. Your skin will slowly decompose. Your nose, your lips, your ears will change shape. They'll become unrecognizable and then disappear. You'll become a set of stark white bones, lying naked in the yellow earth. Your bones will lie there forever, attracting other people who like collecting bones.
End.